Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have our fourth match against Sara from battles 8, 18, and 50. She also appeared in multi-battles 32, 33, and 53, as well as a whole bunch of battles back on both ORAS and Sun and Moon. She is my longtime real-life girlfriend, so that is the reason for her making so many appearances on the channel. And as you can see, she has another very cool team as usual, so it should definitely be another good one, and we're going to get into it. So, looking at her team, I really wasn't sure what she was going to want to lead with, so I just decided to lead with my Wheezing, as she ends up leading with the Magnezone. So, I'm actually going to go for a switch turn 1 here. I don't want to take an attack from this thing with Wheezing, so I'm going to come in with my Electivire, predicting an electric move, hoping to get the motor drive activated, but she actually switches out as well here, maybe predicting the switch into Electivire. She comes in with the Mimikyu, so nice play on her part. This turn she is going to go for the Swords Dance to get that sharp attack increase, trying to set up for a potential sweep. I'm going to go for the Earthquake in return, just to go ahead and break the decoy on this thing. Have to get that out of the way. So, of course, that is going to break, which is nice. And I'm going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So this turn she's actually going to go for another Swords Dance. Again, getting another sharp attack increase, really trying to set up for the sweep here. I am going to go for the Wild Charge this time, trying to take this thing out. I actually get the crit. Unfortunately, she is carrying a Focus Sash as well, so she is going to survive, as I am going to take more damage from the Life Orb and the Recoil. This turn she is just going to go for a Shadow Sneak, and that is actually going to be enough to take out my Electivire, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with my Kecleon, and I am going to go straight for the Sucker Punch here. The Protean is going to change me into a Dark type, and obviously that's going to be more than enough to finish off the Mimikyu, dropping her down to 5 Pokemon. So then she's going to come in with Malamar, and that is going to force me to switch out. I don't want to take an attack from this thing, so I'm going to come in with my Noivern, predicting the superpower, which she does go for, as these things usually do. Not going to do much damage to me, but she is going to get the attack and defense boost via the contrary ability. But she is still going to switch out this turn, doesn't want to take an attack from me, so she's going to come back in with the Magnezone, as I do go for the Draco Meteor. So, I am Choice Spexed, so even so, this is only going to do about a third damage, which is still not too bad, and it is, of course, going to lower my special attack harshly, as she does regain some health with the Leftovers. So I am going to go for the switch yet again here. Nothing I can do to this thing with Noivern right now. So I'm going to come back in with my Kecleon, but she actually goes for the Volt Switch this time around. Not going to do a whole lot of damage to me since I am max special defense with an Assault Vest, but she does get the mandatory switch directly into her Toucannon. So I'm just going to go for the Fake Out this turn to get a little bit of chip damage on this thing, and of course the mandatory Flinch, so nothing she can do this turn. So then I'm going to go for the switch this turn. I don't want to take an attack from this thing, so I'm going to come in with my Registeel, but she actually just goes for the U-turn here, which is not going to do a whole lot of damage, but it is going to give her another mandatory switch, so another good scouting opportunity. So she is going to come right back in with the Magnezone and regain some health with the Leftovers, as I'm also going to regain some health with my Leftovers. So here I am unable to switch out because she does have the Magnet Pull ability, so I am trapped in. She is going to go for the Hidden Power, I assume Fire here. It is only going to take me down by about a quarter, which is not too much. I am going to go for the Earthquake in return because I do carry that, and that is definitely going to be enough to take out the Magnezone here and drop her down to 4 Pokemon. So the old Magnet Pull kind of backfired on her there, as I am going to regain more health with the Leftovers. So then she is going to come back in with the Malamar, and that is going to force me to switch. I don't want to take an attack from this thing. So I'm going to come in with my Wheezing, again predicting the superpower, but she does anticipate the switch this time and goes for the knockoff, which takes me down by about a third and gets rid of my Black Sludge, which is unfortunate. This turn she is actually going to outspeed me and hit me up with a Psycho Cut. Luckily I do survive that with 3 health in the red, which is going to allow me to get off a Toxic in return to badly poison this thing, try and take it down. So she is going to take some damage from the poison. So this turn she is just going to outspeed me again and go for one more knockoff, which is of course going to be enough to finish my Wheezing off, dropping me down to 4 Pokemon, and she is going to take more damage from the poison. So then I am going to come back in with my Noivern, and I am just going to go straight for the Draco Meteor. Again, I'm guessing she didn't want to risk a switch here, so she did just stay in and kind of let me take this thing out. So again, going to harshly lower my special attack, but more than worth it to get rid of the Malamar here and drop her down to 3 Pokemon. So then she is going to come in with the Blastoise, and I am going to switch out here directly into my Blastoise, actually, thinking I should be able to take any attack she throws at me. She is going to go for the Mega Evolution here into Mega Blastoise. And she is actually going to go for the Hydro Pump, probably anticipating a switch, but not into my Blastoise. So that is going to take me down by about a quarter, which was not too bad. So this turn I am, of course, going to go for my Mega Evolution as well into Mega Blastoise. So we have the battle of the Mega Blastoises here. I actually do win the speed tie this turn, which is nice. I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse, trying to get as much damage as possible. Takes her down by about a third, which was pretty good. And then she is just going to hit me with a Dark Pulse in return, knocking me down to about a third health. So I actually win the speed tie 2 turns in a row, which was pretty nice, and hit her up with another Dark Pulse. Unfortunately, she does survive that in the red, hitting me with another Dark Pulse to finish off my Blastoise, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with the Kecleon, and I am going to go for the Sucker Punch once again. The Protean is going to change me to a Dark type, and that is definitely going to be enough to finish off her Blastoise, dropping her down to 2 Pokemon. So then she is going to come in with the Serperior, and I am going to go for the switch here. I don't want this thing to start hitting Leaf Storms and getting special attack increases, so I'm going to switch in with my Noivern, predicting that. Unfortunately, she makes another nice play and goes for the Dragon Pulse instead, which is actually going to be enough to take out my Noivern, dropping me down to 2 Pokemon, as she does take some damage from the Life Orb. So then I am going to come back in with Registeel, and she is definitely going to outspeed me here. This time she is going to go for the Leaf Storm. It is going to take me down to about half, and she does get the sharp special attack increase via the contrary ability and take some more damage from the Life Orb, as I do go for an Iron Head in return, knocking her down to about a third health, and then I am going to regain some health with the leftovers. So this turn she is actually going to go for the Hidden Power. I'm assuming it's Fire, and thanks to that special attack increase, it is actually enough to take out my Registeel, unfortunately dropping me down to just 1 Pokemon, as she does take more damage from the Life Orb. So then I am going to come back in with my Kecleon, and I am going to go for the Fake Out here, which is going to drop this thing into the red, but it does survive. Of course, I do get the mandatory flinch, and then this turn I am just going to go for a Sucker Punch once again. The Protean will change me to a Dark type, and that is going to be more than enough to take out the Serperior, dropping her down to just 1 Pokemon as well. So finally, she is going to come back in with the Toucannon, and unfortunately, she actually does outspeed me here, and she is carrying the Z move on this thing, which turns out to be the Flying Z move, which is the Supersonic Sky Strike. So not sure what this is coming off of, most likely either Brave Bird or Beak Blast, but either way, that is definitely going to be enough to take out my Kecleon, and that is game. So I ended up losing this one 1-0 against Sara, but that was a very good game. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.